Hey, it's Sergi, and welcome to the Safety Fellowship podcast. For safety talks, safety blogs, safety articles, safety learning and awareness, and all other safety subject matters, log on to safefellow.com. Come on, let's talk safety. Welcome. On today's topic, we're talking about public safety against industrial and chemical hazard. What is safety? Safety is the condition of being protected from injury, danger, and potential hazardous risk. So, what is public safety then? Public safety can be said the protection of the public, of the citizens, from injury, danger, and potential hazardous risk. Public safety is essential to the development of a community. The public safety goal and objective regarding industrial and chemical hazard is to make people aware of the danger involved in industrial hazards and to enlighten them on what to do in a critical conditions. Because having means to reduce risk, injury, and death is very vital to creating a healthy environment and peaceful living. What is industrial hazard and chemical hazard? This is referred to as any produce by industries that may cause injury or loss of life or property. The protection of people from these dangerous hazards is very necessary. Long-term exposure of people to a spill chemical in an environment can cause serious sickness, ailments, even leading up to death. We have different types of chemical and industrial hazards. I'll give some examples. We have such as sensitizers, immune agents, reproductive toxins, and etc. We have 4 principles when it comes to industrial hazards. This includes fire, explosion, chemical release, environmental damage. However, we're not going to go deep into these chemical types of chemical hazard and principles of industrial hazards. Today, we're just talking general safety regarding them. So, what are the effects of these industrial and chemical hazards on human? There are lots of health issues effects when it comes to chemical and industrial hazard. 1, it could make you have an headache, it could cause headache, or 2, cause nausea, to throw up, to vomit. It could irritate the skin, and most of them cause asthma as well, breathing problems. What about the effect on our environment? 1, it could affect the production of our food that comes from the soil. Damage of soil could be involved. The quality of air we breathe will be compromised. And a lot of other different environmental damages. So why is public safety needed? Public safety, we know, is one of the fundamental duties of the government. The health of citizens is very essential to the development of communities and even the entire nation. A safer environment lessens the chances of any emergency incidents or death or sicknesses. However, we shouldn't leave everything to the government to do. We citizens, residents, has a part to play as well. I will give some examples of what we citizens is being required to do on our own ends. 1. Citizens should follow rules and regulations provided by the government in regards to these hazardous materials. We said public safety is one of the responsibilities of the government to provide to its citizens. However, when rules and regulations are being provided for residents and citizens to follow, sometimes we try not to yield to these rules and regulations. It is very critical to listen to our health professionals. They know best when it comes to these types of hazard and what to do in a critical conditions. Number 2, we should try to encourage people to share their voices. Let's talk about environmental safety every time. What I know, let me share to you. What you know, you should share to others. Don't let us keep to ourselves. Our environment all belong to us. And number 3, we should have a safety plan in place. Every hand should be on deck when it comes to safety plans regarding industrial and hazardous, industrial and chemical hazmats. We shouldn't leave everything to the governments to do. And when we talk about this industrial and chemical hazard, we say it affects humans and our environment. But how do we humans get exposed to these industrial and chemical hazards? 1, it's by inhaling. 2, is by absorption. 3, is by injection. 4, it's by ingestion. Inhalation involves the breathing. Absorption, this could involve touching. Injection, this involves we putting things through our body. And ingestion is the consumption through the mouth. Our body gives way to toxins material quickly. And the most common one, like I said, is through inhaling. We know breathing is paramount to human existence. So by doing so, we have a lot to our body. Proper management of these hazardous material is compulsory for public security. We citizens have a role to play. And not everything should be left to the government, like I said. The following tips should keep us safe and safer. 1, we should stay alert and aware of any industrial and chemical hazardous material. We should keep eyes on our surroundings, on our environment. If we see anything suspicious that looks like a chemical agent, we should call for help. And that leads to number 2 tips. call for help. Call the emergency team in case of any critical situation. In the United States, the emergency number is 911, and this involves the fire, the police, the health worker, and a lot of government agencies. Like I said, 911 is mainly for the United States. Other countries, other citizens of other countries, please get familiar with your emergency numbers. Number 3, we should try to manage our industrial waste. Effective management of industrial waste goes a long way, because as humans, we consume a lot of industrial products. By doing so, we produce a lot of industrial waste. Thank you for tuning in on this short episode. I hope you have a great experience with me. My name is Soji. Thank you. Bye. For safety talks, safety blogs, safety articles, safety learning and awareness, and all other safety subject matters, log on to safefellow.com. Come on, let's talk safety.